Hey, I want you guys to hear this over there. Can everybody kind of gather in close, maybe? If we're going to be consolidated as a movement, we got to get in close, you know? Man, I got a lot of stuff I want to say. It's hard, because I got all this stuff in my mind that I need to get out. But you know what? There's much more effective ways of talking than actually just speaking. Like music. Man, I gotta hand it to these guys. They're pretty good. I don't know who you are, but you're all good.
The With Dave.
The With Dave trio, man. These guys rock.
You'll be amazing. I know you can do it.
Dude, but on a more serious note, you gotta admit, this is kind of crazy, you know? Who would have thought 5 years ago you'd be standing right here at a peace protest, man? I never thought. You know what I was doing 5 years ago? Actually, no, what? I want to hear somebody else. What were you doing 5 years ago?
I was in school.
In school? What grade? What's your name?
JJ was in 4th grade 5 years ago. What were you thinking about the war? Did you think anything specific? See, the way the progression of history has it is that we end up responding to these kind of negative things. And that makes us reactionaries, you know, in a sense. It's like something bad happens and we have to respond to it. But what I like about this is not just a response. This is proactive, man. You kids are the future. I know you get that a lot, but it's true. You know what I was doing 5 years ago? Today? I was giving the peace kids a hard time at my high school. I was a senior. And you know, they were having a little vigil outside next to the flagpole. I gave them a hard time. Just like some of those kids in the parking lot today. You know what? I went there. I did it. I went to Iraq. You know, I spent a year of my life there. I spent 4 years in the Army. You know, I did the whole thing. I got shot at. I got mortared. You know, for freedom, or so I thought. But in the end, where am I now? I am at a peace protest. The coolest peace protest I've ever been to. And rather than explain to you how I came to be at this peace protest in my own philosophy to be a peace person, I'd rather talk about hold this as an open forum for people to talk about why they did it. So rather than bore you with all those details, I'd like to invite more people to come up and talk, and I guess you're going to get a chance to do that, right, Amy? But what's the most important is that you guys, not that you guys convince all these people driving by that peace is cool, but that you yourself are cool. Because people will see that, whether or not you're holding a peace sign or not. When you talk to people, people will understand how cool you are. And if you have that peace in your own mind, if you've got this rocket beat, like this drummer over here, you know, people will respect that. And that is peace to me. You know, it's really tempting. I've been doing this almost a year now. I added it up the other night. Last year I spent 1,800 hours approximately working for no pay on this peace thing, man. But you know, it's really tempting to get overactive, and it's really tempting to get negative. It's really tempting to get depressed. It's really tempting to react to those kids in the parking lot driving their daddy's Camaro, about yelling at you about war, as if they knew anything about war. It's tempting to get depressed. But you know what? It's stuff like this that we gotta keep doing. Stuff like talking to people, you know, making friends. being cool, in a sense. You know? Music. I'm a big fan, guys. And you know, you get this a lot, you know, Gandhi said it, all these people said it, like, you have to be the change you want to see in the world. But you know what? It's more than that, even. I've been reading some philosophy. I don't want to bore you with it, but I just throw this out there real quick. And this guy that I've been reading, you know, he talks about what he calls micro-fascism. And in this micro-fascism, you have different levels, right? You have national fascism, you know, the Bush regime taking over, destroying habeas corpus, you know, throwing people in prison without, you know, due process. Stuff that our country was founded, you know, the Constitution was made to protect against. That's national fascism. You have, on a smaller level, let's take Ferndale, right? You have in Ferndale, as a microcosm of our nation and of this world, you have the good people, the cool people, the people who pursue music, the people who pursue peace, the people who pursue writing, academic stuff. I mean, there's 1,000 ways to pursue something peaceful. Sports. But then you've got this opposing force. You know, it's this diametric force that gets going, that likes war. You know, I'm walking down the street and I said, hey man, I saw this kid walking down. I said, why don't you come join us? Oh, I'm pro-war. This kid says, I am pro-war. And he doesn't know what war is. Nevertheless, you have this diametric force that is opposed to peace. I guarantee you, you know, they listen to Rage Against the Machine and Tool, you know, they listen to all the cool bands. But there's a reason all those cool people, the Dixie Chicks, right, we heard before, there's a reason that all the cool people are for peace. You know? Because they've pursued peace, and they've been successful at it. If you're busy destroying stuff, other countries, if you're busy pouring your energy into bombing people, or, you know, threatening people, or anything else, then you don't have time to be cool. And this is something I've been struggling with, you know? It's like, you know, I always wanted to be cool in high school. But, you know, it doesn't take this thing. You know, it doesn't take this stupid uniform that I'm sick of wearing.
Take it off. Yeah.
So, I want everybody to respect each other, talk to each other, make friends, pursue peace, get into the beat, get into the writing, you know, read a good book or something, you know, anything. Be creative, don't be destructive. You know, be cool. That's really all I have to say.
Yeah.